on Ian versus Daddy Bones. We're getting closer to Halloween and continuing to build our evil horde. Welcome back! It's another exciting episode of Ian versus Daddy Bones. I am Ian Daddy Bones. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook right now, hey everybody, what's going on? As always, I got a special high five and enough dap to all my Patreon and Facebook subscribers going above and beyond, supporting the brand for $2 to $3 respectively, getting access to bonus content. And I want to give a heads up real quick to Facebook subscribers. Starting in November, I'm going to have something that's exclusively only available to Facebook subscribers because it's too much of a pain in the ass to, and like double production to make it also available for Patreon subscribers. But when I bought my MetaQuest 3, I wasn't sure what bundle I was going to get. Whether it came with the game Asgard's Wrath 2 or if it didn't. Now, when I got my MetaQuest 3, set it up, and I've been enjoying it for like almost the past, just over 2 months with it. I'm like approaching I'm approaching month 3 with my MetaQuest. After setup and whatnot, come to find out, looking on the Meta store, they wanted to charge me $60 for Asgard's Wrath 2, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not getting it free. I didn't get that bundle. But for whatever reason, I happened to be on the MetaQuest store last week, and while looking around the store, come to find out they were advertising Asgard's Wrath, but instead of giving me a $60 price tag, it now turned itself into a blue redeem button. So now I was able to download Asgard's Wrath 2 for free after having my headset for 60 days when I was under the impression I was not getting this free pack-in title. Now I have it. So once I get through the Nope Challenge, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Zombieland that I've been grinding out and playing during the month of October, November I'm going to start Asgard's Wrath, and that's going to be exclusively for my Facebook subscribers. So if you got $2 to throw me a month, I would greatly appreciate it, and you get the exclusive video of me starting this brand new game from start to finish, which is being considered a AAA must-have title if you own the MetaQuest 3. But today on the show, since I've spent the past 3 episodes talking and assembling my evil horde within Masterverse, like I've opened up the Horde Acolyte version of Skeletor, I did Grizzlor and Leech, and I also did Hordak. Now, in my collection, I still have Shadow Weaver that I need to open and add her to my evil horde. But Mattel Creations also had a drop this month, and the timing was fucking perfect. For me to decide to do the Masterverse Members of the Evil Horde for October and Halloween, Mattel picked the best month ever to finally decide to drop the Masterverse New Eternia Horde Troopers. And these are what I'm going to be opening up on the show today. And I wound up opening 2 of them. I wound up buying 2 of them because they're an army build figure, right? Like, these were the robotic goons that He-Man would fight and destroy, that She-Ra would fight and destroy. They were basically Hordak's stormtroopers. And it's funny because back in the 80s, when Star Wars was really popular, especially with Return of the Jedi hitting theaters and it being at an all-time high with popularity and like Saturday morning cartoons with droids and shit, like Star Wars dominated the 80s. But Star Wars wasn't on my radar at that point in my life because all I cared about was Masters of the Universe and He-Man. So I really did not care for Star Wars when I was like under the age of 5. I just didn't give a shit about it, and it wasn't my thing. I didn't even fall into Star Wars until they were getting ready to do the special editions of the movies in the 90s when Star Wars was getting ready to celebrate its 20th anniversary. That's when I started getting into Star Wars. So I never really made the connection that like the Horde Troopers were like the Stormtroopers in Masters of the Universe. But obviously as I grew up and aged and whatnot, the connection is very crystal clear in there. But I wound up ordering 2 of these Masterverse Horde Troopers, and I will say they do have, now I'm going to kind of spoil it a little bit by revealing this, but on the back of, like the front of the box has this beautiful image of the Horde Trooper, but the back of the packaging gives us an image of the Horde Trooper who has his helmet removed, showing a blue alien head underneath it. Now, this has never been shown before. This is completely brand new, which is why they probably gave it the new Eternia branding within Masterverse, because the thing is, like, the most confusing thing to me about the evil horde existing within Masterverse is we have all these different sub-brands within Masterverse for what, like, continuity or timeline or placement of said figure, where they fit within the Masters of the universe. We basically have members of the evil horde released and scattered amongst different sub-brands. Like, we have the Princess of Power sub-brand, which She-Ra and cartoon blue, black, white Hordak, you know, they're Princess of Power. My Grizzlor and Leech had the Princess of Power branding. However, the Acolyte Horde version of Skeletor had the Revelation sub-brand, but Hordak had the Revolution sub-brand from the Netflix Revolution series, and it's kind of weird because they're 3 different brands, you know what I mean? It's like 3 different versions of the evil horde existing as one unit with its scattered members. Because we have a Princess of Power Hordak, we have a Revolution Hordak, we have the Princess of Power sub-brand where Grizzlor, Leech, Shadow Weaver, She-Ra, and Catra, who was the other member of the evil horde that I wasn't able to remember that I had in my collection when I was talking about Hordak, Grizzlor, and Leech. Catra I'm actually saving for when I decide to open She-Ra, because even though Hordak's the main villain, you know, to pair the 2 together, Catra in the cartoon is basically, you know, the Skeletor to She-Ra, you know? And plus with the She-Ra reboot series, like, there's a whole Catra Adora thing in that series, and it is what it is. But, you know, we got 3 sub-brands that exist within Masterverse. Each sub-brand has different members of the evil horde, so at some point we should have different versions of all the different horde members as time goes on. But right now it's kind of confusing, but either way, you're still able to assemble the squad. You know what I mean? You're still able to gather the family for Thanksgiving, with the exception of Mantenna and fucking Modulok, who haven't been released in Masterverse. But then again, Modulok is just about to get released in Origins, and he's going to be an Amazon exclusive, by the way. So Modulok might be a little difficult for me to obtain, but I'm definitely keeping my eye out for Amazon listings for Modulok. But going back to the Horde Trooper, like, these guys were revealed this past spring during the Mattel Revealed event. And the artwork has been shown on the internet for months now. And it was just a matter of when exactly Mattel was going to fit this within its launch calendar for the month. Because on Mattel Creations, they got a launch calendar. So it will show you for the current month that we're in what all the Mattel Creations drops are going to be for October. And then November, we're going to have November's reveal. So they decided they were going to put the Horde Trooper out in October. So he dropped this past Tuesday, which is interesting because right now, real time, as I'm recording, sitting at this table on the other end of the camera, it is Thursday. Okay? Based on my watch right now, well, I don't even have my watch or my cell phone with me at the moment. But long story short, it is roughly 6 p.m. It's between 5 and 6 right now in New York on the East Coast on Thursday. I bought these around 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. And they already arrived less than 2 days later. Fucking super impressed with the turnaround from Mattel Creations for these. But basically, these are the Horde Troopers that have the new Eternia sub-brand, original origins, original designs inspired by classic concepts. So, for the most part, there's nothing really new Eternia about this Horde Trooper. Because I've seen, and I own a Horde Trooper in the Origins. Like, the Horde Trooper was released in the 80s, and, you know, they were seen in the cartoons. And the thing with the Horde Trooper figure is, the Horde logo on its chest, actually the center of it was a button to activate the action feature. You press the button, and then the front and the back of the Horde Trooper would, like, fall apart to make it look like they were destroyed, and then it would snap back together and you got your evil Horde Trooper back to normal. Now, Masterverse is all about the articulation and attention to detail, so there is no action feature with this Horde Trooper. So because he doesn't have a button on his chest that pushes in, and there's no action feature, the only thing they could really do was decide, hey, what if the helmet comes off and there's a fucking head underneath? So now, with this figure, you can pop the head off, the helmet off, and it reveals this, like, generic jobber alien goon who happens to be the sorry sack of shit who happens to be inside this Horde Trooper armor. And the weird thing is I don't know who that fucking guy is. Nobody knows who that guy is. He doesn't have a name. He's just fucking generic Joe that you don't even know. And they just threw him in the fucking Horde costume. But I don't know. I really don't know how to hype that up. I mean, I will say the figure is more impressive than their fucking reason for needing to make this the way they did in the first place. I think it's cool, but I also have complaints because, like I said, the Horde Trooper came out in the vintage line in the 80s. The Horde Trooper came out in Origins, but in the Classics line, we got a Horde Trooper. And the thing with the Horde Trooper was they came with alternate heads that were alternate Horde helmets. And you were able, so like basically you could army build and you could swap out the like basic Horde helmet that came with one, replace it with another, and if you get a couple more Horde Troopers, next thing you know, you have like 4 Horde Troopers with all the different available heads and shit. And I'm trying to remember the name of the character, but I think it's like Lord Sumdar or something like that. All I know is like in the Classics line, they put out this Masters of the Universe figure, which basically, looking back on it now, it gives me the vibes of that dude from The Mandalorian that was wearing Boba Fett's armor, and it wasn't his armor, but it's like, who the fuck is this guy walking around in Boba Fett's armor? Look at the size of the balls of this asshole, you know what I mean? So basically, this Lord Sumdar guy was basically wearing like repurposed like Horde Trooper armor as his normal getup and shit. So I remember like that figure like came with accessories that was also alternate Horde heads to go with your Horde Troopers and shit. So like, I'm not saying they did it better in Classics, but they kind of did it better in Classics, even though I never had an opportunity to participate in Classics. Like, if I ever get a chance to come across a Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man, I will most definitely grab him, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And I'm happy with Masterverse being Masterverse. But let's go ahead and open this guy up. Like I said, the front of the box, we got the wonderful, tight, up close shot of the Horde Trooper holding a sword. And on the back, we had the full body with the helmet off, revealing the alien jobber. And like most of the Mattel Creations redesign, they've been doing this box packaging for the Masterverse figures for a while now. Like God Mode Evil Lyn came in one of these boxes. Fucking Snout Spout came in one of these boxes. Wondar came in one of these boxes. Now, I'm getting like super excited already just taking him out of here, because the one very impressive thing about this Horde Trooper figure to me is this is super deluxe. This guy is going to be super badass, because this guy is bigger than most of the Masterverse figures. Like, the Masterverse figures are like 6.5, 7 inches, depending on the character. Like, I think He-Man's like 6.5 inches. Same thing with Skeletor, but like Extendar was like taller than the others and shit. But these Horde Troopers are 8.5 inches long. Like, these are like next to like Too Bad and like the new Attorney of Beastman. Like, I think these are like, and not counting Motherboard, because she's different. She's 15 inches and super fucking huge. But these are some chunky boys. Paper threading. Alright, let's see. Alright, I don't like that. Alright, he's still attached to this fucking package. Hold on. Alright, yeah, these guys are fucking huge. Oh my god. Alright, I will say I do not like that. I don't like how all these little threads are like stuck in his little gaps. I understand keeping him in the package, but come on, dude. It shouldn't be wrapped around his fucking arm like that. Alright, there we go. That piece out. I will tell you right now, just trying to get these like pieces of this string, recycled paper string off him. Oh my god, wow. This guy feels really chunky, really bulky, and really fucking solid. Wow. I'm telling you flat out right now, already, this guy is totally easily one of my favorite Masterverse figures that I bought. Holy shit. And it's funny too, because I've seen people in groups like be like, oh, that's going to be a hard pass for me, bro. I'm totally not interested. Fuck you, more for me. Like, this guy's a fucking beast. Look at that shit. You know what I mean? Like, in my head, like playing with him real quick, like, he kind of has, like, Hulkbuster vibes. And he also comes with weapons, and I'm going to talk about his weapons real quick. Really? Alright, there's that, and there's that. Alright, he comes with his Horde Trooper shock stick, but the Masterverse bigger version, and actually more detailed version of the shock stick that comes with the Origins Horde Trooper. And he also comes with this dope ass fucking Evil Horde bat logo hilt fucking sword that's pretty fucking dope. But honestly, I think I'm gonna give that to Emperor Hordak, because Hordak did use a sword at one point in that show. So I think it would only make sense to have Hordak wielding a sword. there's the one Horde Trooper. Looking super fucking dope. Actually, I'm going to move him to the side right there. Because I'm going to open up the other guy. I'm opening up both of these. I'm planning on keeping both of these because that's the whole reason why I got two. Like I said, you can't have like an army build fig and just have one of them. Like when I'm taking the Evil Horde family picture, I need one on one side and one on the other. They're getting ready for New York Comic-Con. The one thing I'm getting super excited about, Mattel's been on point with the drops, because we had the fucking Headbangers, the Dudley Boys dropped last week, which I wasn't able to get, but I plan on getting them at some point. It's just I had other stuff I needed to focus on, like Horde Troopers, and for example, next week on Mattel Creations, the 5th WWE Coliseum Collection box is going to finally drop. And that's going to be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So I'm looking forward to grabbing those. And plus there's going to be another box coming at some point, which is going to be box 6. That's going to be Big Boss Man and Bam Bam Bigelow. It's so fucking annoying. Like, seriously, Mattel, what is up with these stupid fucking recycled paper fucking string? Trying to get that shit out, and it's like getting stuck on the joints. Oh my god, I cut you with the scissors. Why the fuck are you not loose? Like, they're so chunky, it's dope. The fuck? What the hell is that? Contents? What's in the box? Horde Trooper, Evil Enforcer of Hordak. Yeah, is there a description of this fucking thing? Oh, it is, right on the box. It says, Horde Trooper, Evil Enforcer of Hordak, the evil Horde Empire spreads across the decimated remains of New Eternia like a virus. Hordak commands his legion of Horde Troopers to attack and take all his prisoners, each destined for the Fright Zone. These pitiable souls are the mind-warped, brainwashed, and retrained as Horde Troopers, perpetuating the cycle until Hordak rules the entire planet. So basically, he's kidnapping people, making them slaves, turning them into members of the Evil Horde by throwing them inside the Evil Horde soup. So that's how they're created and fit in and exist within New Eternia. But I also... You know what? Come on, bro, grip your shaft. There you go. Rocking 1 foot back. Yeah, and the joints feel really solid on him. There. Got both troopers chilling with their shock sticks. These guys look fucking sick. Super impressed. But what's in here? I have no idea. Okay. Alright, we're back. I'm going to get out of here shortly, but before I do, there is something I do want to mess around with the Horde Trooper, and that's popping off the helmet and revealing the head underneath. But I do got to say, these guys look pretty fucking dope next to each other, especially like once I'm in a position to have like Hordak and, well, that fucking sucks. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, never mind, all is fine. For a second, I seriously thought this was broke. Because I noticed and I'm like, wait a minute, how come these two are pushed together and this one is like all fucking loose? And I'm like, oh god, it was broken. But no, it wasn't. They're hinged. They're hinged so their shock sticks actually open up and look like bat wings and blades, so it actually makes the shock sticks look more threatening in the end. But as you can see, they got their shock sticks, and I have them both holding their swords, blades down, and they look pretty fucking impressive like that. But let's see here, almost knocked him over. Take the accessories out of his hands, and yeah, this guy's really fucking chunky. I love it. Now, I'm trying to think. Let me see if there's any type of illustration in the box about removing the head. Sometimes they will hide. I don't want to say play feature, but kind of like an action feature. The only thing is I'm not sure exactly how to remove the helmet. Oh, pops right up. There we go. So, underneath the helmet, you got the alien head. The bald alien head. Now, the thing is, I don't know how removable this head is, but this head, I mean, there he goes, it pops right off. Sweet, just what I wanted to happen. Because I'm going to replace that alien head with none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is it going to fit? Come on. Because normally the WWE heads and the Masterverse heads... Come on. Oh. I don't think he wants to fit. I mean, he'll rest on the peg. I don't know. I got a rock head too. Let's see if the rock fits. I know it will if it's on there right. See, I kind of like that. Oh, it's on there too. It's on there too. This one Horde Trooper is going to be the fucking Rock. I don't need that alien head. I don't know who that jabroni is. from some fucking rando planet nobody cares about that Hordak took over in the first place. I'd rather have Dwayne Johnson in this bitch. Look at that shit. Got Horde Trooper, Rock. Will it fit correctly? Oh, it does too. The helmet snaps right back on. You'll have no idea. Even if I sell this to some motherfucker someday, what an Easter egg that's gonna be. You're gonna pop the helmet off. Now, you're gonna get your Horde Trooper that I sell you someday, and you're gonna be like, why is there a fucking little blue alien head? And then you're gonna pop that shit off, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's the fucking Rock. So we might as well do the same with the other guy, because we'll see if we get that Austin head to fit on this Horde Trooper. There you go. There we go. Pops right off. For some reason, the Austin head doesn't want to pop up. Just my extra Austin head. I don't know. I may have to play with it and see if I can friggin' soften it up and get it to pop on there, but I mean, honestly, it does kind of, Austin does kind of look like it does have a smaller peg. There we go. Because honestly, that alien head popped right back on that Horde Trooper. He's got, there we go. His helmet's got like 3 clips that hold it in place, and it rotates and spins around, so there we go. So unfortunately, the Stone Cold Steve Austin head does not fit in the one Horde Trooper, but the Dwayne Johnson Rock head does fit on the other Horde Trooper, so I am happy with that because I wanted to see if I could do something, and I was able to do it. Now, hopefully, other heads that I have might fit better. I mean, with all my WWE Elite and Ultimate Edition figures, I have plenty of extra WWE Legend heads. So maybe one of the Hulk Hogans, maybe a Bret the Hitman Hart, perhaps a Razor Ramon head would fit underneath the Horde Trooper, which actually I think would be really dope if I do wind up getting I have something on my radar in a wish list, and honestly, this would make a wonderful Christmas gift. If anybody would like to get me something for Christmas this year, I will tell you exactly what I want for Christmas this year. I want the Ringside Collectibles WWE Ultimate Edition Kevin Nash and Scott Hall NWO Outsiders Ultimate Edition 2-pack. I looked on it today. I looked at Ringside Collectibles today. They have it. It is $75 for both Ultimate Edition figures, which really isn't that bad. And I'll say that because usually the WWE Ultimate Editions are like $35 retail. So even if you like go to Target and you find a new, like, I don't know, Roman Reigns or Batista or Eddie Guerrero Ultimate Edition figure, you're going to spend like $35 unless that fucker's on sale. So for them selling Hall and Nash in a box set, collectible box set with exclusive artwork for $75, it's actually a pretty good deal for a collector's 2-pack. So if I had like Outsiders Hall and Nash, not only could I have Outsiders Hall and Nash, but I could also use the extra Hall and Nash heads on Horde Troopers. So basically, customizing these with like legendary Hall of Fame tag teams would be like super fun. If it's like the Hart Foundation, you know what I mean? Or if it's like the Road Warriors, if you have Hawk and Animal on your Horde Troopers, that'd be pretty fucking dope. But either way, solid fucking figures. Definitely in my top 5 favorite Masterverse figures, just based on size, appearance, attention to detail, and how fun it feels just holding it in my hand. And these guys, these are some chunky big boys, and I'm very satisfied in the quality Mattel threw into these. But for the rest of October, I got 2 more Masterverse versions of Skeletor I'm going to open up. And we'll see how things are looking at the end of the month, because I will say I do plan on opening up Shadow Weaver and Catra at some point when I add She-Ra to the mix. But before I go, I can officially say I now have all 3 Walmart exclusive Snake Men figures that I've been trying to get since this past spring, and I'm going to be trying to find time to open up these bad boys on the show. We got Terror, Lord Grasp, and Vipor, who for some reason they call Origins Vipor on the packaging. I've already talked about these guys at numerous times, how stressful it was trying to get these, and I will tell that story again when I open those motherfuckers. But Origins Vipor, I got added to my collection. Now, I need to order another Vipor because, as you can see, this card back is all fucked up. And even though it's unpunched, it's very creased on the back. So, he's going to be the one I wind up opening at some point. But I need to order another Vipor so the card back isn't fucked up, because I'm nerdy like that. But I can officially say, even before I order my second Origins Vipor, after all the bullshit, after all the stress of trying to hunt these guys down in the first place, shout outs and props to Soundgaround for being, honestly, the least likely place I would have expected to just walk in and buy what I thought was going to be 2 Walmart exclusive figures that nobody was able to find. Did not expect to find them at Soundgaround. So grateful I did. Special shout out to my buddy Jim for giving me the heads up that Soundgaround had them in stock. So I was able to get 2 of each. So I got one to let breathe and free on the show, and the other 2 mint on card, along with my second Vipor. I'm going to be using as bargaining chips to try and trade for some Masters of the Universe Origins figures that I do not have in my collection. I want to trade those. I'm looking for Duplico. I'm looking for the Snake version of Tila. I'm looking for the 2000X Burger King Randor. And I'm looking for the Snake version of the Horde Trooper. Because those are the only figures in Origins that I have not been able to add to my collection. Duplico is a story all on his own. The other 3 figures I had pre-ordered at one time like 2 years ago. They were supposed to arrive, but then I got an email from Big Bad Toy Store telling me that they had to cancel the orders because they found out from Mattel that they weren't going to be getting another shipment of those figures from that wave. So everybody who pre-ordered Snake Tila and Burger King Randy and the Snake Trooper got assed out. So I've been on the hunt for those ever since, but I'm very happy, grateful, and thankful I was able to get those. But I am IanDaddybones, and until next time, cheers, Pete!
Fuck IanDaddybones. Fuck Twin Widow, whatever the hell it is. No one gives a shit about you, Ian. Everyone hates you. Fuck off.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Having a banger and you're all invited. Share with friends and I'll see you later. Bring everyone, invite my haters. Throw your hands in the fucking air. Let's push a cripple down a flight of stairs. Got new shit right for your ears. My Hadouken is downright fierce. Rock out with my cock out. Jump around, I got your shout outs. I'm Daddy Bones, no need to panic. Talking riddles like a schizophrenic. 24/7, I got the party. Roofie roos and whoop-de-doos. Retarded fools with attitudes, bro. Everything's mixed with Bacardi. Glow stick black like tons of bubbles. Titties on bitches, nothing but trouble. Got my pills, ain't no quitter. Pop that shit, here comes my glitter. Not a dancer, I got no skills. Bobbing my head and standing still. Tons of bitches, ravers, goths. Down to fucking get your salad tossed. It's the greatest thing that you ever saw. Put your hands in the air for a party. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Having a bang on your muscles flexing, trains dressed like your favorite X-Men. If there's one thing that drives me crazy, you give high fives but you fucking hate me. Might have rabies, might have herpes. Breastfeed me and you'll have to burp me. I'll be up on stage, throwing out beads, grabbing my dick and spraying my seed all over your face. That's fucking rude. Raise it up and show your boobs. Dance around and go friggin' nuts. Just b-boy stance and light your blunts. Don't be a cunt. Tuck your chain, don't start no shit. Use your brain, it's all a game. Let's play some Yahtzee, eat Tide Pods and punch a Nazi. I'm not a dancer, I got no skills. Bobbing my head and standing still. Tons of bitches, ravers, cause. Down the fuck and get your salad tossed. It's the greatest thing that you ever saw.